you're wasting so much time worrying about what they think. But the truth is, nobody cares. If you're tired of living life for others, this video is for you. And I can talk about this from experience because when I started out creating content or anything in my life, as a matter of fact, I faced a lot of judgment and a lot of roadblocks that came my way, but I overcame every single one of them. So in this video, I'll simply share all the insights that I have from my experiences, as well as what I learned and how you can overcome it yourself. Number one is understand why you care. To begin with, it's just baked into our sort of DNA because it's just human nature. Our ancestors, they used to live in tribes and little groups that basically would look at someone who's different or who does something differently as an outsider or as someone who they didn't accept for who they are. And it's very common to feel this way when you're first starting out to do something new. People face this in day-to-day life, and sometimes when you start doing something different or going on a tangent that's not what the system is, you go against the grain, you go against the actual pathway, you will get looked at it this way. And sometimes it's going to be the closest people to us who are the ones judging us, who are stopping us. And the crucial part about this is we can't let them stop us. Yeah, I know the people who are the closest to us, we usually take their opinions or advice a little too literal, and sometimes even though we don't understand that they're not where we want to be, nor they are the ones who do something that we want to do, but we just keep listening to them because it's baked into us to just listen to the people who are closest to us, to our tribe, quote unquote, right? And we need to understand by surrounding ourselves with people who are closer towards where we want to actually be, or they're doing something that we want to do. For example, content creation, right? If we surround ourselves and if we consume more content of these people, we start becoming like more like them. Because I'll be completely transparent, every single content creator had this moment in their life. At some point they were not accepted, they were looked at as a joke, and I am probably one of those people as well. There are people who look at me and think like this is a waste of time, that this is simply not going to work out, and they can believe that. And that is true right now, but it won't be true once I actually succeed. And that's the mentality you must have as well. Once you succeed, you sort of do it out of spite and you actually show them that it is possible, that all of their doubts did not matter. But what is really important is that you don't let those doubts and their thoughts and their opinions stop you from actually doing what you want. I am aware that a lot of people have friends who make fun of them, who are not really your friends. If, let's be honest, if there's people who make fun of you, they're not really your friends, they're simply projecting, or they're very insecure about themselves, so they're trying to make you feel worse. For example, if you, let's say, tell your quote unquote friends, oh, I'm gonna start preparing for a marathon, or I'm gonna go and start a business. If they laugh at you instead of simply asking, what is the business going to be about, or actually worrying about you or giving you advice, trying to understand you or trying to hype you up, if they don't do that, then they're not truly not your friends. As well as there's people who will sometimes, especially if you film in public or if you do something in public and others see it, they will oftentimes laugh at you. That's not something that should discourage you, that's something that should drive you more. Why? Because those people feel so insecure in themselves. They wish they could be like you. They wish they could be as confident and as strong as you to do those same things, but they can't do it, right? And that's why they're projecting their insecurities onto you. And there's this really good quote that I read somewhere. I think it was by Alex Hormozy, but the people who are much ahead of you or where you want to be will never hate. It was always the people who are doing way worse than you that hate. So don't let that hate get to you. Actually use it as a fuel to become better, to prove them wrong. Yes, this approach might not be good in the long term to try to prove someone wrong. It's much better to try to prove yourself wrong, or prove yourself that you're the kind of person who does things. You're the kind of person who actually goes and gets what they want to get. And if you focus on that and you sort of change your perspective, you will stop caring. Just watch yourself stop caring about what everybody thinks. Which leads me towards point number 2, is shift your perspective. Here's the beauty, right? If you've ever quote unquote embarrassed yourself in public, or you did something in public and someone laughed, I'll tell you this, right? They might have laughed in that moment, but in about 5 seconds, they will forget it. That's just the truth. That's just how it is. Because every single person, just like think about yourself, right? You probably have a ton of problems, a ton of things that you think about on a daily basis. Every single minute, you might have a different thought, a different problem, a different pain that you think about, right? It's the same for everyone else. Once you understand this, once you change your perspective on this, it becomes so much easier. If you embarrass yourself, quote unquote, in front of someone, right? If you, let's say you're in public and let's say you're in an airport, okay? And you trip and fall, a bunch of people might look at you, a bunch of people might not look at you, right? But what matters is, if they do look at you in that moment, you will feel embarrassed. That's just how we are as humans, right? You will feel embarrassed. That feeling and them looking at you doesn't mean anything. What I'm trying to say here is that they will look at you and instantly forget. Everyone has their own insecurities, their own things that they think about, right? Just like you have these thoughts of, oh my God, what if someone sees me doing this? That's how everyone is wired. And once you understand this, it's very liberating. It's super liberating. You just stop caring about everything else. And on top of this, another perspective that you have to adopt to actually succeed in life in general, or in anything that you want to do, is nobody pays your bills but you. Nobody lives your life but you. So why would you let someone else look at you and tell you what they think about you, when you are the person who must understand that for themselves? What you really think about yourself is what actually matters. You are the one living your life. It's not your friend, it's not your classmate. No one else understands the experiences you have, the stories that you have, what you're going through, your struggles. Nobody else understands or will ever understand, but they will judge you. And once you understand that, you cannot take those judgments personally. Once you realize that they just wouldn't understand. They just wouldn't understand in general. It's your life, it's not theirs. Shifting your perspective helps a lot. So number 3 is build confidence through action. Start small, post that photo, share that opinion, or take the risk you've been avoiding. Over time, you'll build thicker skin. Very, very, very important thing for content creators. I've been posting for about a week now, and I can tell you guys that it's difficult. And why it's difficult is because, well, there are multiple reasons, right? The multiple reasons is, well, first of all, the pressure you feel on yourself to make the videos that everybody wants to watch. But here's the issue, right? You cannot get to that point unless you've been creating videos for some time. Look at every single YouTuber that you aspire to be, every single personal brand, every single content creator. Look at their first videos, first drafts. They probably sucked. They probably were not articulate. They did not know how to convey their message. Even for me, I am still really bad at conveying my message and being as articulate as possible, but I'm trying to become better and I'm trying to improve it. And how you improve is through doing it more and more. Again, I'll bring up the example of content creation. Tons of people think to themselves, oh, if I suck, right? If I make bad content, there's going to be a lot of hate comments. But let me tell you, that's not the case, even though I've already gotten a couple of hate comments for no reason, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm learning. I don't really care. Again, I've shifted my perspective towards, oh, these hateful comments don't actually mean anything, and it's just the projections of these people. And actually, so mind-boggling that these people had so much time and so much effort in their life to leave this hate comment on someone who they don't know, who they interacted with for the first time ever, when I'm literally trying to provide value and trying to change someone's perspective and someone's life for the better. And when I make these videos, I make them for one person, right? I aim it at one person, and I know that someone will resonate with it and will find it very useful. That is exactly why I create these videos, right? It's hilarious, right? How some people will go out of their way to bring you down. And again, perspective, right? Nobody who's ahead of you will hate on you. No one, literally not a single person. If you want to become fit, if you go to the gym and you see someone who's more fit than you, who's more jacked than you, they will look at you and most likely they will be like, oh wow, like I'm super proud of this guy. He's actually starting to go to the gym. Or if you're losing weight, me personally, right? Every time I go to the gym, I see people who are just starting out. I look at them and I'm like, hell yeah, dude. This is amazing because this person actually started to change the life. This person is doing something about it. They're not happy where they are in life. They're doing something about it and they don't care about anything else. So if you take action towards what you want to be, you will slowly start caring because your vision and your goal will be so strong. You will literally look at it and be like, okay, I want that. And nothing can stop me. A few hateful comments, a few people who look at you and tell you, oh, you look stupid. It doesn't matter. I'll repeat it again. It doesn't matter. What really matters is your life, what you want to do with it, what your vision is, where you want to be is what matters. Focus on your vision, focus on you, make it clear, and everything else will disappear. That is the simple rule. That is the simple way how you can stop caring about everything else. Now, I'll cut this video here. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment where you are in your journey, and if you have any questions, I would love to make videos answering to those questions, and I'll be sharing a lot of my stories and my experience and my knowledge on this channel, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.